Welcome to highlights of the World Swimming Championships FINA Melbourne 2022, supported by Nikon. Day 4 in Australia produced some of the most dramatic moments of the competition so far. And we begin our roundup of spectacular finals with the women's 50-metre backstroke. It featured a stacked field of high-class athletes, but one in particular stood out from the pack: 2021 champion and reigning world record holder Maggie McNeil of Canada. Could she retain her crown?
Maggie McNeil is surging towards a gold medal, maybe a world record. It is McNeil in a world record time. Maggie McNeil, 25-25, lowers the world mark.
Next to the first of two breathtaking relays. Canada were the mixed 4x50-metre freestyle defending champions, but they weren't even in this final. The Dutch, silver in 2021, were. But boosted by home support, many suspected Australia would be the main contenders for the USA. I should probably point out that France in lane 4 were the quickest qualifiers for this event. And from the second leg, they began to edge ahead. Australia, the USA and the Dutch were all in with a shout for medals. But in the closing stages, it was France against the clock.
The danger is not the gold, but the world record. It's France in front. Australia moving into second place through McKeon, the Netherlands, but put the glasses down. Melanie Hanique has driven France to the world record.
To the men's 4x200-metre freestyle next, where on paper at least there was only ever likely to be one winner: the USA. Such was the strength of their lineup, but the destination for the minor medals was more difficult to call. Once underway, it was South Korea who actually made the strongest start, but soon the Americans found themselves ahead. Australia were not going to give up without a fight, but it was the USA who took a strong lead into the final 50. The world record was within their sight, while South Korea and Italy battled it out for bronze.
The United States, well in front of the old world mark. The United States, gold in a sensational time, 6:44.12.
There was more drama in the men's 50-metre backstroke, but for a very different reason. After a technical error, 3 swimmers stopped, but 5 continued, so a re-race was ordered just over an hour later. Australian newcomer Isaac Cooper had won the first edition ahead of the American 100-metre champion Ryan Murphy, and he led at the halfway point in the rematch, but ultimately experience told, and it was Murphy who secured a backstroke double. The women's 200-metre breaststroke pitted 100-metre gold medalist Lily King against the 200 metres individual medley champion Kate Douglas. It was expected to be a close battle, and the American pair were neck and neck for much of this encounter, but it was Douglas who found that extra gear in the closing stages to secure her second individual title and 4th gold at Melbourne 2022. The men's 200-metre breaststroke final was another epic race. Qin Hangyang of China led early on before Daisato of Japan took over from the halfway stage. He is better known for his prowess in individual medley and butterfly events, so American Nick Fink in the lane next to him was expected to come through in the closing stages. That was not what unfolded though. Sato not only holding on, but pulling clear and claiming a 6th successive World Championship gold. Next to the women's 100-metre individual medley. Now, Beryl Gastadello, part of the world record-beating French mixed free medley relay team earlier in the night, led after the fly and backstroke legs. She remained in contention after the breaststroke, but timing her attack to perfection was Marit Steenenberg. The Dutch swimmer stole in to secure her first world title. The men's 100-metre IM final was another wide-open affair, with 2016 champion Michael Andrew and 2021 breakout star Shane Casas, both of the USA, in the centre lanes. Andrew in particular looked strong, but in the final metres it was the Italian backstroke world record holder Thomas Ceccon who got his hand on the wall first. Finally, to the women's 1500 metres, the only real question here was by how much Lani Pallister would win by. The Australian, who had already claimed gold medals in the 400-metre and 800-metre freestyle, as well as the 4x200-metre free relay, maintained her victorious run with a dominant performance.